We've got a lot ahead of us in these coming years, and I'm curious, what are you most excited for?
Well, Kels, I'm excited because for once in my life, I have no idea what's next.
You know, Chloe, I feel the same way. But I do know that Elizabeth Hagan and David Cole are up next with their speech, The Future and Why It Will Be a Great One.
Hello. So, Lizzie and myself spent a good deal of time trying to develop a reasonable idea for a speech. And eventually, the most reasonable idea rose to the surface. Tonight. Congratulations are in score, sure. But our advice will most likely go unheeded, and our themes will be a reflection of those that have already graced the stage and will surely be repeated again later.
However, graduations, much like the railroad, are not about reasons, and neither are speeches. And that's why it's okay to try and give ourselves advice, and why we will thusly go forth with our second most reasonable idea.
Now, a balanced speech is a good speech, and that's why Lizzie and myself are speaking together. Sure, we do have beautiful voices, and sure, we look great in gowns. But no, that's not why we are speaking together. Lizzie can make a speech cute and familiar, and I can make it seem intellectual through a precocious vernacular, which is, in reality, fairly dependent upon my computer's handy thesaurus. But hopefully that's one thing we can do tonight, bring balance to graduation, tip the scales away from dry, and inch our way towards parched.
As David and I were given this opportunity to speak, Mr. Biggerstaff prompted us with the future. Ergo, our title, which you'll realize barely connects to the speech. You're intellectual, he said. You can handle it, he said.
Totally. Sweet. The future. We're on it.
Many people look to their past to guide them through their future. A good idea. So, in the spirit of this, we briefly considered a nostalgic speech. Yes, nostalgia is full of pleasure, and perhaps we owe it to ourselves to just bask in our accomplishments and good times.
But nostalgia can also be petty and shallow. What we're saying is, nostalgic is being hedonistic, and if I were to be such, well, that would mean I'm still a high school student, which I assure you, I most certainly am not.
And neither are any of the students in front of you tonight anymore. And as adults now, we want what adults want. Since adults are always giving us advice, it's reasonable to assume they must appreciate hearing it as well. Advice is to be used as a tool to be implemented in the future, not unlike a degree. And since we are here to talk about the future, we have our second most reasonable idea.
Good advice is hard to come by. Luckily, we are complete geniuses. My friends, my fellow adults, here's a light bulb that went off. Question things. People, ourselves included, rarely ask why or question what we're told. Sure, we've all heard before in math class, why are we learning how to find the integral of this and the derivative of that? And frankly, good responses are hard to come by. But there's more than differential calculus to be questioned.
You may find yourself asking, what else is there to be questioned? Answer is?
Everything. Contrary to popular belief, it's okay and even cathartic to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why is this true? Where am I going? Or maybe even more importantly, where do I want to be going?
The scary part of asking questions is that one may find they don't like where they're at, that they don't know where they're going, and they aren't going anywhere very fast. The point of this whole exercise is to be cognizant of one's life path. Because tonight is the night where which we are being thrust into the world, and we must be accountable for our own actions. Actions we must understand. This is not like kid sports soccer anymore, where the scores aren't kept and we get a trophy for trying. This is where we get fired for not doing the right thing and break hearts for not making the right decisions.
So here we are, stepping into our future. We're getting that responsibility we've always wanted, and here's what Lizzie and I are telling you to do with that. Whatever you want. Follow any whims or even better dreams. Follow your passions, follow your friends. Follow the sun or follow those waves. It's okay to skip day of class, and it's okay to give your money away to charity. You can do what you want now.
But first, simply question what you're doing. This is what will set maturity apart from immaturity and our adulthood apart from high school. And if after you legitimately search yourself, ridicule your depth, and look critically at your motives, and you turn with an affirmation, then follow your path, whatever it may take you to. Whatever you reach will be undeniably radical.
Leading up tonight has been okay to let people think for us. We've had parents tell us what is safe, teachers tell us how truth works, and friends to tell us what is cool. But this is a moment where, if we want, we take everything we've been told, and if it doesn't resonate with our own personal reason, we leave it behind us on this very stage. So be confident with your instincts and follow yourself, trust your personal knowledge, and achieve insight into your very self. Or as Khalil Gibran put it, no man can reveal to you aught but that which already lies half asleep in the dawning of your knowledge.
We started high school apprehensive and a little bit naively idealistic. Every day we changed, discovered new things about ourselves, as we were immersed in a new world of firsts. A first homecoming, a first big game, a first musical, and as the end of the beginning descended upon us, time sped up. And now, what were once long, arduous days are now fleeting moments in the maelstrom of high school experience.
We are no longer enjoying the first, but savoring the last. The end goes quickly, like a roll of toilet paper whose final sheet spins rapidly off, leaving us with only memories. And as the last roll away, we'll step out of the safety of high school and into this ominous future, where it's more than likely we'll fail soon thereafter. But success will come. We do, after all, have perseverance, respect, integrity, discipline, and excellence. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world, so be cheerful, strive to be happy.
A balanced speech is a good speech, and a balanced life is a good life.